I'm going to tell you a truth about you. If you clicked on this video, you came here to feel. You came here to feel what the generations before you, the world around you, couldn't and isn't able to and unwilling to. You came here as a heart-based healer. And this is beyond what you think you are. Maybe you think that you're a healer or not, but you came here to heal generations, traumas, lifetimes of illusions. And the cycle will continue and generate. That's why they call it generational trauma. Because someone isn't willing to heal, to feel, to transmute. And that's why you're here. You came here as a pure soul, pure being. Yet, you came here inherit all these sins. But what they are actually is karma. Karma from previous generations that was implanted and injected and conditioned and programmed into you. So that's why they say you're born a sinner. But actually, you're born as nothing and everything, as God's consciousness, as divine essence. But because of the implants that you have unconsciously agreed to, these attachments from people you call your family, parents, mom, dad, certain things, when we are not awakened to the truth, and this can be very confronting to most people. But I'm here to channel through this message for a really rare breed of souls who know that they came here to transmute pain, suffering, illusions, and they came here as the feeler because they are the true healer. And true healers know how to feel, needs to feel. So then that's why they call you the irrational one, because you don't operate rationally, because you don't operate from this world. You're not of this world. You're in this world, you're not of this world. So you are the one that is willing to feel. So that's why they call you sensitive, because you're actually sensible. You're actually awakened to your senses that there's only energy and frequency and vibrations. And that's the true threats of creation. And most people who question you in this lifetime is because they don't understand that they're designed to keep you looped in the lower matrix of what is familiar. That's why it's always linked back. Your first trauma, your first implants, your biggest, most stubborn implants are actually from your blood family. And this is not saying that anyone's evil or anything. It's not like that. Okay, you need to allow yourself to know who you are truly and why you are here. The question that people cannot answer, but they can begin to only seek the truth. And that's how people will come to understanding true spirituality, which is their true self. It's not an ideology. It's not an opinion. It's not a perspective. It's not a I think, I debate, I discuss. There's nothing to be discussed. It's a deep knowing that you're not from here. It's a deep knowing that your true nature is not flesh and bones. This is a mere temporary vessel for your consciousness to experience. But actually, it's a loop. It's a generational loop. The reason why the pain that your ancestors go through, your mom, your dad, gets passed on to you. And especially if you grew up with trauma and chaos and abuse and all these confusions, pain, heartaches, and you say, I don't want to be like these people. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt people like that. I don't want to speak like that. Then you end up being like them. You say, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be like my dad. And then you ended up being the same. And then you try to do whatever you can to get away from it. And then you still notice patterns in you that you can't help it when you get into intimate relationships. You display these patterns that once have broken your heart, that once has condemned you, because the truth is, when your mind is not free, you imprison others. Free minds free others. Imprisoned minds imprison others. I made a post about this on my YouTube community post. So it's a very interesting place if you scroll and you see all my channel messages. What happens is that there's a hook, because your blood parents they are not your true parents. And this is can be a weird, controversial thing, but this is what I have channeled through. Your true parents, okay? Your true parents, your true mother and father is your heaven and earth. Heavenly Father and Mother Earth. The light of source, the light of God, the Father, Son, the Father, like the light, is here to illuminate you, teach you about your true nature. Is here to awaken your eyes to possibility and creation, all that is. Virtuous, wisdom, true clarity, illumination. And then the Mother Earth is here to hold you unconditionally. So that's why when you go out into deep nature, you feel that your energy recalibrates. Because that's the true frequency of your heart. Because the Mother loves you. The Mother holds you, heals you, provides for you. She's abundant. She's healing. She's nurturing. She's loving. In every way possible. Doesn't matter which environment you're in, the Mother's love is there, providing for you. And the Father, Son, the Father Light, the heavenly realm is here. When you know that your consciousness is like a consciousness tube come through, it's not through this realm. Your consciousness didn't originate from this realm. Your blood parents are the seeder, are the joint effort of physical vessel manifestation for the consciousness for you to come through. And you come through as a conscious divine spark to heal this generational pattern. So that's why you are the one to heal generational trauma. Because what's familiar that you are experiencing right now in your life, because the pattern and the loops repeat. Whatever that is unresolved in your family history, in your generational trauma, in the things with your parents, You're going to see it reflect through your money, your love life, your friendship, even your body. If you have some unhealed trauma with your, mom, maybe she called you fat and ugly or whatever, or if with your dad and he calls you will not amount to anything, you're gonna see those effects still play out in your life. Big or small, but they'll be there until you heal them. If you went through certain abuses and traumatic experience with parents, you are going to experience that in your intimate relationship, in your workplace. Because the closest mirror that you're going to see is actually in intimate relationships. And who you're attracted to subconsciously is the idea of love, is what being reflected from your first imprint of what love is, which was seeded by your blood parents. That's why you're going to be bounded by blood. And as you awaken to your consciousness, you will realize that there's a difference between your blood family and your soul family. So there's certain people you'll meet, friends, lovers, or whoever, okay, beyond all these titles. You're going to meet people who seemingly strangers, not related to you by blood, or they can, but it feels more of a family energy from your soul than your actual birth parents. Most of the time, we get confused by thinking that we are the sequence of events. And we are bounded by that because two individuals decided to bring through a baby, consciously, unconsciously, accidentally or not. They don't own us. Like your birth parents, your blood parents, then you're not obligated to be chained and bound to them. Again, this is not a morality thing. This is not a cultural thing. This is not an ideology thing. As if you think about, you adopting a dog or something. You know well that there's going to be expenses going to be incurred. You know well that you're going to have to take care of it. It's going to take your time, your resource, your money. You don't expect the dog or whatever cat to do something for you. So that is, in a way, very more similar to unconditional love. When you decide to love someone or something, you love it because you love it, not because you expect something from it. Back to the quote that I love is, when you like a flower, you pluck it. But when you love a flower, you let it be. And you just love it and you care for it and you water it and you give it the sun and you give it that love. It's not because you expect the flower to do something for you. So just know that I'm not going to go so deep into this, but allowing yourself to awaken to where the attachment lies that anchors you deep into this realm of looping and illusions. So that's why, when someone becomes like a monk or a nun, they let go of their earthly name, family, all of that. Because with these assumptions of attachments and with these deep imprints of belief of the ego paving a storyline of this is who you are, And when you try to get out of it and awaken to your true eternal self, there's going to be a difficulty. There's going to be a resonance because the storyline is so deep. And how dare you break the storyline? So this is coming through for a soul who knows that there's like this splinter in your mind. And think about how much are we bounded by things like family. This is my friend. I've known this person for everything, for so long. There's a thing called history, his story. And there's a thing called mystery, my story. When you allow yourself to release your history, someone told you this is who you are, your name, your race, your capability. And when you open yourself to the mystery of life, you allow your true spirit, your God consciousness to guide you, then you will be amazed. And you will feel anew, and your appearance is going to change. And you will realize that there's a huge discrepancy between your true nature and what everyone and everything tries to tell you and condition you since birth. Because this 3D realm, this material, physical realm, is here to loop you. And it does it very well. Anything through the 5 senses. It does it very well. And when you realize that it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense why you say, I want a healthy relationship, I want a healthy life, I want a peaceful life, I want to live my highest potential. And yet, you're still looped in the fear, in the doubt, in the lower realm consciousness. It doesn't make sense, doesn't it? It's like, hey, I want to go get a, bubble tea. I want to go get a milk tea. I want to go get an ice cream. You know what you want. And you know that it's there. And then there's something that's like, oh no, I shouldn't get that. Because of fear, because of doubt, because of whatever. It doesn't make sense. So the only explanation is your mind is composed of mostly subconscious programming. Back, okay? The gun in your subconscious trunk. Automation, programming, generational, it's like a machine. We live in this life, there's a machine. And until we realize that we do not live in the real world, we don't have a chance of freeing ourselves. Now, there are individuals who, this is what they call ignorance is bliss, who can really fully enjoy this physical material life and just totally ignore their divinity. But the thing is, you're not one of them. You've been awakened in the dream. And this video finds you. It's not going to find everyone, but it found you for a reason. And why did it find you? How did it find you? Is it of the algorithm? This world will tell you all the logic, but it doesn't make sense, isn't it? That when you watch certain videos and stuff, like it feels like it's speaking straight to you. How does that work? It will tell you the logic. It will tell you this is AI. It will tell you this is algorithm. It will tell you because you do this and do that and search this and search that. But the truth is, it's you. Your consciousness is always attracting in the things that you are ready to be conscious of. It's always trying to make sense of your world. All of this thing is being generated from a realm that is not here. And the programming and all of that is really beyond our language, it's really beyond our capability of explaining. But you know deeply that life doesn't work in a cut and dry way, because it doesn't. When you awaken in the dream, you will realize most things are not real. All these things, or these people, or these places that you think is real, what if I told you it's made up? And only when you sit with yourself in contemplation, solitude, really, truly, purely seeking the truth and awaken to it, and really detoxing and empty your mind, your vessel, from all these distractions, you can only begin to know inklings of the truth. That place you think, wow, how is it so perfect? What if it's already there in your consciousness, deep, and then it gets projected out? You think the things that you want, you think the things that you desire, you think these are your goals, your manifestation, but what if it's already done and you're designed to want it all this time? And you're designed to, let me think of all the ways to get it, but it was always yours. You were always guaranteed to get it. Because the truth is there's no time and space. And we're here in this 3D realm, again, thinking that there's a sequence, past, present, future. But it's all designed when we're born. It's all designed that we're here to break through certain loops, certain patterns. And how do we break it through? It's knowing our true nature. And it's not like, okay, I know. It's not like that. We only begin to know the layers of what we are ready for, what we are conscious of. Because who you really and truly are, you need to delayer everything that you're not. How do you describe yourself? How do you introduce yourself? Hi, my name is. Hi, I'm this age, I'm this thing, I'm that. There are people that you will see the age reverse because they don't associate with their age. And I, like myself, I don't. And, it's different. And there are people who don't associate with certain things, and you will see certain things being reflected onto them. This world is a very magical world, seemingly, but it's all quite mechanical once you really get into it. The point of this transmission is to reassure you, one, awaken you, two, reflecting back to you, three, of your consciousness being awakened. Because I'm real and I'm not. You're real and you're not at the same time. This world is as real as you believe it to be. I'm your me. I'm reflecting back to you what you're ready to know, what's deeply in your heart is ready to be awakened to, your higher self, your God consciousness. That how come when you're in certain environments hermit mode, solitude, being in your own beautiful energy, calming down the noise of the world, you feel at peace. Why is that? And then you think you're crazy for going back in this crazy, chaotic matrix. And you're like, I can't handle it because I feel too much and I feel like I'm so sensitive. And you think there's something wrong with you because you cannot handle life like most people. And because the thing is, you're not designed to. You're not here to be a part of the madness. You're here to end it. Your soul came here as a transmutator. I don't know if that's the right word. But your purity, your pure God essence, when it's awakened, you become the channel that purifies all these karmic loops. And you do that by forgiveness, through love, through compassion, through right-mindedness. And then you realize that there's no problem, there's no sin. Then you realize everything is just behaviors and people acting from not God. Because when they're not acting from their true God essence, it's chaotic, it's crazy, it's madness. And these are the individuals that seems like they have a higher tolerance for crazy and chaos. And it seems like no matter how hard you go, how deep you go, how advanced you go in your spiritual practices, it feels like you can't seem to be fully at peace or fully healed. And you just, keep going. And it feels like, these people are like even stronger than you, that they can handle more chaos and more stress and more things than you. And you feel weak and, limpy and all of that. And it's because your job is not to endure. Your job is to feel what they couldn't. They seem to be able to handle the chaos, the stress, the madness. It's because it's all surface level. All these senses to mask all these things that needs to be felt. All the trauma, all the things. So you're that break in the matrix. You're that operator that's gonna change the whole game. It's gonna flip. You're the guide, that bridge into the new earth. You're here to restore consciousness, heaven on earth. But you cannot do that without knowing thyself. You cannot do that without knowing who you really are. And when I say who, it's really what. Because when you tap into that deep part of you, it's just nothingness and everything. And that's your peace of God. So that's why, when I take people through my energy activation, a lot of people would expect intensity, which at times it can, very confronting. When I channel through certain energy activation, they're very, it really triggers the ego, because the ego is like, what is this? What does it mean when this happened? Trying to make sense. But the thing is, when you activate your God essence through these energy activations, your ego, you will see all the ego, because it gets freaked out. But then at the same time, when all of that settles, you will feel this immense peace. And when people go through my energy activation, they report saying, I feel this immense peace I've never felt. This calmness, this knowing, this quiet power, that feeling of wholeness and home. And that's what it is. Peace of God. When you don't feel peace, you don't know God. And I'm not talking about the Christian God, okay? I'm not talking about some other God. I'm talking about the true operating system power. I don't know who needs to hear this or what this message is meant, who is it really for, but I just feel like it's a very unique, rare, ancient soul that can feel into the truth. And this is something that most people are not going to be talking to you about. Because people are not ready. People are not ready. But my gosh, if this finds you and you're still here, let me know down below. Hit the like button as well. Or if you want to stay anonymous, then just hit the like. Because the truth is, more of us are awakening, because it's actually time for us to reunite, to form the network of support amongst ancient souls to bring forth heaven on earth with truth. We no longer do the right things, say the right things for whatever external reasons. We do what we came here to do. And we already know that it's beyond logic. So it's not about the what and the how and all these questions anymore. You're the calm in the storm. I made a calm in the storm, calm in the chaos, got a meditation, very powerful. Inside my awakened community, you can join below, it's free. It's the top 10 spiritual communities on School. So definitely check it out if that interests you. I have lots of activations for you as well down below and inside my School community. I trust that this will hit the heart and begin to crack it open and open up the mind of the ones who is destined to receive this. Let me know down below what comes up for you, what comes through for you, what you've been getting. If you want to meet with me one-on-one because you know that it's time, that it's destined, it's aligned, the link to book that session with me is down below for New Earth leaders only. Okay? Like this video, subscribe to the channel for daily videos. This is Tina Wong. Also, it's not. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one.